Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Bradley Walsh's baffled four-word response as player walks off the chase. You never quite know what to expect on the chase. For viewers, it's a tense battle of brains, where sharp-witted contestants square off against the nation's best quiz minds. But every so often, something truly unexpected happens. And one contestant named Andrew left both viewers and host Bradley Walsh in absolute stitches with one of the most hilariously chaotic moments the show has ever seen. The episode in question has since gone viral on Reddit, with fans unable to get enough of Andrew's unintentional comedy gold. It all started innocently enough. Andrew, part of a hopeful team trying to take home a hefty jackpot, stepped up to face the sinner man, Paul Singer. During his round, Andrew was asked, "Which of these boys' names does not appear in the title of a Roald Dahl novel?" The options: Tom, James, Charlie. Andrew answered confidently, explaining his logic. "Well, there's James and the Giant Peach and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so it must be Tom." Logical. Straightforward. But this is the chase, and Bradley Walsh rarely lets a moment of silliness pass him by. Bradley looked at Andrew with a mock-serious expression. "What about Tom and the whacking great cat?" he asked, deadpan. The studio erupted. Andrew barely missed a beat. "That was never read to me as a child." It could have stopped there, but Bradley wasn't done. "You don't remember Tom and the Great Big Sausage?" he said, eyes twinkling. Andrew burst out laughing, clapping his hands. "There's probably a good reason that wasn't read to me as a kid either." Paul Singer had to physically turn away from the camera, shoulders shaking with laughter, trying to maintain a shred of composure. Bradley was fighting his own tears of laughter by this point. The whole thing had come undone. The serious quiz had turned into a full-on comedy sketch. Paul, barely able to get the words out, added, "Is that the one where he had an accident in his chocolate factory?" Andrew lost it. The audience was howling. Even the crew off camera couldn't keep straight faces. In a moment of mock professionalism, Andrew wiped tears from his eyes and quipped, "We'll see you after the break, folks." Somehow, that's exactly what happened. The show actually cut to a break. When the show returned, order had, mostly, been restored. The lights came up. The question was answered. Andrew, it turned out, was correct. Tom was indeed the right choice. As he shook hands with Bradley, still grinning, Andrew turned and began to walk off. Mid-segment. No wave. No nod. Just turned and headed straight back to the contestant's desk like it was a wrap. Bradley blinked after him, then turned to Paul and exclaimed, baffled. Didn't even say goodbye. The whole studio cracked up again. Paul doubled over. Andrew sheepishly laughed from behind the desk, and Bradley just shook his head in mock disbelief. It was the kind of unscripted, hilarious chaos that no amount of production planning could replicate. Reddit users who unearthed the clip years later couldn't get enough of it. One fan wrote, "They actually went to a break. That's brilliant." Another chimed in, "Bradley's an absolute legend. His unpredictability must make him a nightmare to work with, but no one does it better." In the end, Andrew may not have taken home the jackpot, but he did something arguably harder. He broke the chase. For one glorious moment, the quiz show turned into a comedy special, and Bradley Walsh was left with a baffled four-word send-off that fans still laugh about today. Didn't even say goodbye. Let me know if you want it tweaked, more serious, more comedic, or even from a different point of view.